Okay, so at this point I am ready to sort of bring all of my aspects of my imaginary ecosystem together, including some of my observational drawings. So I have some observational drawings from the courtyard. I'm going to have those out in front of me. Mine aren't as complete as yours, but I'm going to keep those with me for ideas. I may use some aspects of those. And then I have a bunch of imaginary drawing sketches that I've done over time. So some of those are inspired by Yelena, and some of those are inspired by all of the components of an ecosystem. So I have some consumers and some producers, some decomposers. I even have some images that are kind of like minerals, where they have more like geometric shapes, and I've got some prisms. So I've got a bunch of different drawings here that I'm going to be looking at for ideas. This is going to end up going on this piece of fabric, which is the size of a piece of computer paper. So you have a piece of paper that's cut a little bit smaller than this, and I'll even cut a little bit more off the sides here. That's where you're going to plan your composition. We're going to leave a little space at the top and the bottom and the sides for seams. So I'll put the fabric to the side for now too. But I'm keeping everything in a distance that I can see it, because I really do want to look at these drawings for reference. We also have Yelena's images. There's one per table, so you can just sort of look at how her composition is. You can also take a Chromebook and you can look up yelena.com so that you can have you know, some of the images that you really particularly like in front of you too. So I really like this one, but maybe you go to her gallery and you really like the composition of, you know, this one. So you could have that in front of you just for some more reference. Now when you draw these, there's the one I just had, I really liked that one. When you draw these, that wasn't it. You're going to consider making a coloring book page for a little kid. So you want to keep that in mind, because you want it to be color-inable. You don't want it to be so tiny and detailed that you're frustrated when you go to add color to this, because this is going to be transferred onto the fabric, and then we're going to add line and we're going to add color. And so we want to make sure we're considering that process when we're making this. So I'm going to just kind of get to work. So I really love this one. I like the way it goes all the way to the edges of the page, the whole design. So I'm going to use that one to be inspired by. I'm going to keep it next to me. From here, I'm going to start to plan this out. So again, sort of looking at my drawings from the courtyard, looking at all of my sketches. Oh, there's my prism. I'm going to bring some of that into it too. So here we go. At this point, that's going to be my composition. So you should take a whole class on this. Take your time with it. Go slowly. And in the next video, I'll show you what you're going to end up doing with it.